G'day, Zach Kelly. Well, have a bit of a special show today. I was busking it. There's a great story behind this song, and we are definitely meant to be doing this song, Azza. I have no doubt, mate. So,
most definitely, most definitely.
So yesterday I was busking outside the shopping centre at Berri in South Australia and playing this tune, and Azza here is sitting up, never met Azza before. He's come in and had a bit of a listen and blah, 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 and he came up and had a bit of a chat to me. And we spoke about a few things and about life and where we've been and what we've done. And I played him a song that was, just really appropriate to me. And I'm sure you don't mind me sharing, Azza, but you mentioned how, we're all going through this journey of life, and you'd had some mental health issues and challenges, and you're overcoming those, and you're making progress. And I played you the song that called This Is Life, and it's about my own struggles and how I went. And then Azza had said how he would love to play didge on some music someday, and if I ever wanted a didge player. And I went, yeah, no problems, man, why don't we do that on this song? And we both agreed that this song would sound great.
That's right.
It would sound awesome. But anyway, so I pack up, we swap phone numbers. I bugger off up to Renmark, which is about 20 k's down the road, and I'm playing outside the shopping centre there, busking again, and this lady and this and her son, they're sitting there, and she gave me some feedback. I was not loud enough, and never loud enough. Never loud enough.
Never loud enough.
Said I was not loud enough, and gave me some hints on the mix and that, and said her dad used to be a busker. And as we're striking our conversation, I said, I'm actually going back to Berri tomorrow. There's this really cool guy that's playing didge, and we're going to do a song together. And she said, what's his name? I went, it's Azza. And she said, Aaron? I said, yeah, I think that's his name. And she said, that's this fella's son. So it turns out that his son was sitting there watching me as well. And so we got some photos of that, and I'll throw those up on this video. But it was a great story, so I'm 100% convinced, mate, we're meant to be here.
And I'm blessed to be here too, my friend,
awesome.
I tell you that.
Mate, tell me, give us the elevator version, like a short version, but tell us a bit about your life, where you've been, where you're going, and I want to hear the story behind your didgeridoo, and I also want to hear the story about the willow tree over here, please, mate, because there's a real special connection to the land here.
Yeah. First of all, my name's Aaron MacArthur.
Yeah.
Yeah, I come from originally born in Mildura.
Yeah.
Yeah. A strong Barkindji man from New South Wales. I just like to bless my father, Dennis MacArthur. Yeah.
And Dennis is here with us today. He come down to see this. So welcome, Dennis. You're most welcome, buddy.
And if it wasn't for that man that implement the culture into me, I wouldn't be the man I am today. So,
and you're very much in that process of trying to pass that to the next generation as well.
That's right. Yeah. So anything that I can learn and gather myself, by all means to pass it down to the next generation, brother. Yeah.
And how long you been here now, mate, in Berri?
Been here since 2011.
Yeah.
So that's 13 years.
And tell me where where your people's land are. So you were showing me earlier where your boundaries are, and as we sit here, where is your people's land?
My people's lands, we originated from Kenya in New South Wales. Mm-hmm. We come down the Darling River to Wentworth. Half of our tribe got set up on the Kumiala mission, so they called it Danton.
Okay.
And they said, now all you Aboriginal people on this mission, your last name's going to be Lawson.
Okay.
So our last name comes from a Frenchman.
Okay.
So, and then, because in one tribe we could have numerous different clans, and there could be a different amount of people in each clan. So our tribes travelled from Wentworth down through Wentworth, Lake Victoria, Kelpram, through Challow, Kelpram, to the Big Orange.
Yep.
And then come past the marina where we are today. And my boundary line sits where we are today.
Is it the river, mate? Is the river the actual boundary?
The river is the line that we walk along, because it's our food source. Like, it's our shopping trolley.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So when we go shopping with our trolley, this is where it is, where we are.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it all.
Yeah. And you go
from here we're sitting at Uncle Jimmy James's in Berri in the Riverland.
Yep.
And from here we go out to Barmera. Our scar tree that belongs to my tribe, the Barkindji tribe, ends from Lake Bonnie, and to the right of my shoulder there's a tree line that goes back to Broken Hill, through Dangali, where there's a fresh water hole. So that's where we got our water source from.
Yes.
And then go back to Broken Hill.
Yeah, well.
And it was a cycle of life, that the journey that my ancestors walked.
Yeah.
And
beautiful, mate.
yeah, so, and here I am today, sitting next to Zach.
Mate, the significance of this particular block of land, and tell us about that willow tree and why that's so special for doing this video here.
Yeah, well, my sister, Sonia Lawson, her name is, she's been in the Riverland for over 25 years, and every time she come fishing, she only place she'd ever come to was that willow tree, because growing up as children, we spent a lot of time under willow trees down the river.
Yeah.
So my sister found that tree to be significant to her, and she found it to be a little fishing spot.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, and due to her passing away recently 2 years ago, at a memorial here in this area, and I just feel it's a significant place for me and my father to be today. And
yeah, good stuff, mate. And you were saying earlier you've done some work with the youth and that, and some community work earlier.
Yeah.
You've been holding the baton for the community at certain stages when you're able to.
Yeah, and that's been a journey in itself. It's been enjoyable.
Yeah.
I've worked for AC Care, Life Without Barriers, and the thing is, I've got no certificates, all lived experience. So it's truth.
Well, you've got the lived experience, mate. You just may not have a piece of paper to show it.
And that's to back it up. That's to back it up, yeah. And I just believe that that's my passion in life at that time, was to give back to the community for what I took away as a kid, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So I thought, give back to the community.
Yeah.
And lift all them young fellas up, right? They deserve to be lifted, you know?
Good on you, mate. I think all of us as men have that role to be the role model for the next generation. And it's okay to show people that, you can make mistakes. You're making mistakes. You only grow and learn when you're making mistakes. Well, you're only growing if you learn from the mistake. You're not growing if you don't learn from it. So.
And then that means that if you're not listening, you're not learning.
Yeah, that's right. There's a good saying, it says we've got 2 ears and 1 mouth. We need to use them in that proportion. Make sure we listen twice as much as we speak. So.
I like that.
Yeah, I need to listen to that a bit myself. So.
That's a good one.
Tell us about the story with your didgeridoo, the one that you got painted, your favourite one.
Oh, my favourite one. Here she is. Yeah, she's been a journey, this one. Well, recovering alcoholic since I was 14. So I chose to put my hand up in 2008 due to the fact of having 2 young children. Realised that the alcohol had the best of me, so you had to put my hand up.
Yeah.
And I went off to do detox and rehab on my own bat.
Good on you.
For my own purposes. And in 2008, I had a 14-week program I done in Galliamble Rehab in St Kilda. And that was in Melbourne. And I was there I walked in the door, and within 10 minutes I'm like, I don't want to be here. So I walked out the front, and I just walked in the door. How can you not like it? You give it time. So I walked back in the door, and I gave it 2 weeks, and I went through the whole program for 16 weeks.
Okay. Yeah.
So I stuck it out.
Good on you.
So I've been an alcoholic since the age of 14 up until I was 28.
Yeah.
So the gentleman that painted this for me, he was my counsellor in the rehab, and he goes, well, look, you get through this program and I'll paint you a nice didge.
Yeah.
So I've got through the program, and he presents me with this, and it says Ginju. In Queensland language, Ginju means children.
Yes.
And it's Aaron's children.
Yes.
So these 2 snakes on the didge here that you can see, that represents my 2 children,
Yep.
and the bottom one represents myself
Yes.
as their healer, lifting them up to the sky, you know, to give them the strength.
That's beautiful, mate.
So, and this is where I am today with this didge, and
Yep. So it has some real significance for you.
it does, it
Yeah.
really does, yeah. And it's been in my life since then. So I'm glad I was able to stick around.
Yeah, awesome, mate.
Yeah.
Awesome. And you said you were clean for 8 years?
Yeah, that's,
Awesome, buddy. That is
Yep.
awesome.
but I've previously relapsed,
That's okay.
and well, I'm going to say lapsed.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
because I'm going to get back up on my feet, and yeah, so it's,
Mate, just talking to you this morning, I could hear that in your energy.
yeah.
You know, I think you fell off that wagon because of some real tough stuff that was happening to you.
Yep.
Legitimate. You're getting back on.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, it's all good, mate. You'll be
Yeah,
good.
and it's just a band-aid fix for now,
Yep.
and from here on, mate, my journey is to live my rest of my life clean and sober, mate. So,
Good on you, brother. Good on you.
Yeah.
Well, no better healer than music. So let's give this song a crack
I
and
reckon.
see how we go. Hey?
and I reckon that,
Awesome. And you choose which did you think
Yep.
is best for it, buddy. So
today I'm going to give this girl a rest, and I'm going to play something different.
okay, awesome. Tell us, how do you play a didge? I've tried.
Well, a lot of people, like, they call this a didgeridoo. Okay, so,
I called it a didgeridoo
yeah,
because I couldn't.
and I'll call the ones that don't work a didgeridoo.
Yeah. I love it.
This is a didgeridoo, and the ones that don't work are a didgeridoo.
Love it. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. And how do you play 'em? What's the technique, mate?
Well, the actual technique of it all comes from the core of your stomach.
And keep in mind, you broke your nose 4 months ago.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's mucking up the old breathing pattern a
Yeah,
bit.
she sort of puts
Yeah.
a bit of a struggle on, so I feel myself chasing my breath.
Yeah, we'll get a Michael Jordan performance out of you today.
Yeah, I
mate.
reckon you might. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And there's no secret, there's no trick to it. It's just comes from the bottom of your core.
Mm-hmm.
So as you're breathing out, you've got enough air in your mouth. As you're pushing, you're circulating air through your nose.
So you're pushing out through a chamber of air out of your mouth,
Yeah,
at the same time simultaneously rebreathing and filling your tank again
again,
for your next round.
for the next round, because you personally can't circular breathe at the same time, breathe and breathe out.
Yeah.
So it's the air that you've got inside your lungs that you've built up,
Yeah.
and as you're pushing out, something allows you to block that to regain air through your nose.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a cycle that goes on.
And then how do you make those awesome noises? I mean, the didgeridoo is an iconic Aussie sound. How do you get those? You get the brolgas and the different animal noises that you imitate.
Well, as an Indigenous man, Indigenous people of this land, we had to, because we belong to the land. We don't own the land. We belong to it. So we had to mimic all the animals that were on this land that we are part of. So every bird, every animal that we could mimic.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to mimic a kangaroo to be a kangaroo to be able to catch the kangaroo.
Mm-hmm.
And same as an emu, so that's why we've got the kangaroo dance, emu dances, the brolga dance. So we become that animal.
Yeah.
So that's what allows us to be able to resonate the noises of that animals through the didge.
Yeah. Yeah. And how do you do it physically?
Physically, it's a blockage in your throat, like woo,
Okay.
woo, woo,
So you're projecting that through the didge as you're playing.
as I'm playing. So
Yes.
somehow it just allows me to, and it's the way you position your mouth, and so to be able to make that noise, you've got to be able to feel the animal,
The energy of the
the
animal.
energy of the animal, to be able to give the animal out.
Yeah.
So it's a long line of learning and listening
Yeah.
So I'm self-taught.
It's like any instrument, mate. You never stop learning.
Never.
You never stop. Awesome.
So I hope I answered your question.
You
all
did,
right,
brother.
mate.
You
Yeah,
did. It's all good.
yeah.
All right. Well, let's do that. Let's. We are just going to get set up and get our levels right, and then we'll have a crack at this song called "Cause That's Life." And mate, thanks for doing this. It's going to be great.
Thank you for allowing me, mate, to
all
be a
right.
part of it, brother.
Let's do it.
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Okay, so this is called "Cause That's Life." Take it away, brother. Life is shit when you look at it. So damn hard. Chasing dollars, the daily grind. The deck of life can deal crap cards, but that's life. Those cards are dealt to use. Me and you, we can play win or lose. Life ain't easy, that's the truth. Some things too tough to bear. That's the game, to face the fact. Your only option is to care. Cause it's life, one moment at a time. And it's life, we can choose to die or shine. Then don't give us options. Broken hearts, wasted time. Broken hearts, yours and mine. What's the lesson we gotta learn? Why does it hurt so deep inside? What's the plan? What's the point? From open hearts, the truth can't hide. Cause it's life. How is it meant to feel? And it's life. Is it even real? Or just a soul's imagination? Love it. Awesome, brother.
Oh,
Well done.
it was, wasn't it? I felt
You
that.
like
I
it?
felt that.
Awesome.
I felt that.
So ask yourself this question when you stand